everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Oncology Data Advisor. Today, I'm joined by one of our editorial board members, Dr. Gurbakhash Kaur, who is getting ready to leave today on a pretty exciting trip. Dr. Kaur, thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
And I'm really excited to hear more about the WoMMen Trekking Peru trip. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about this adventure, how the idea for it came about, and what you'll be doing?
So actually, the plan really was started by Dr. Tanya Wildis, who's now at University of Nebraska. She was actually inspired by another famous, a myeloma female physician, Dr. Caitlin Costello, who had done a Mount Kilimanjaro hike in 22 as a fundraiser for myeloma research. So, Dr. Wildis reached out to several of us, and we had met through, we had gotten to know each other at various conferences, and we just had some very deep conversations, and and then we all came on board. So there are a total of 8 of us.
It's really exciting. And what does the trek entail?
So there's 8 of us. So Dr. Urvi Shah, I'll mention their names. She's at Memorial Sloan Kettering. Dr. Tanya Wildis, who's at University of Nebraska Medical Center. Dr. Annette Hay. So we have some Canadians in the house too, Queen's University in Ontario. Dr. Ataya Suvansanka from Indiana University, Dr. Monique Hartley-Brown from Dana-Farber, myself from UT Southwestern, Dr. Meera Mohan, and we have a fellow, Dr. Sarah Ryan, who's also a hematology fellow at Queen's University. So we have, 8 diverse locations. We're all coming from 8 different parts of the North America, essentially, you could say, and different parts, different backgrounds. The part of our, it's going to be challenging for sure. So we'll trek about 6 to 8 hours each day. And my flight's in about 3 hours, actually. My flight's out at 6 p.m. So I guess 6 hours from now, but I got to get to the airport in about 3 hours. I think 6 to 8 hours at a very at a high elevation. So it's going to be, challenging, but I think all of us have been preparing in one way or another. One of my colleagues is the Stairmaster, expert. She's been able to do 2 hours nonstop at the Stairmaster. Some of us have been doing a combination of, some cardio as well as weight training. I picked up weight training during this process. Because I don't have really access to hiking in the Dallas suburb area. So we all have been prepping for this for the last couple of months.
That's really incredible. What are you most excited about for it?
I think I'm actually really excited to meet these amazing women that we've been collaborating over the last, several months. And, we've gotten to know each other and support one another. So I think the connection that I'll make amongst my colleagues is going to be valuable. I know some of them, I worked with them. Dr. Urvi Shah was my resident. She was a senior resident. I was a junior resident. So we've been together during residency and actually fellowship. So some I know a little bit more than others. And also just to, I think, be kind of disconnected. It's going to be off the grid. We won't want to have internet access or even electricity. So I think these are, we take it for granted. And it'll be, I'm sure it's going to be mentally a little challenging as well, because, we can't put our hand, take our phones away from us, or the moment our phone's battery goes down to 2%, we panic that we're not going to we're not going to be able to connect with others. So I think just, experiencing nature, being able to connect with my colleagues and friends. So I think and also like Peruvian culture and Sacred Valley. So I think the whole trip itself is like, I think, a trip of a lifetime. I'm very, 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 very excited.
It's so exciting. Like you said, it'll be nice to unplug for a little while too, and get to see these incredible sites. So it'll be an awesome trip. So I know the goal of the trip is to raise awareness of multiple myeloma and raise money for research. What are some of the plans for that, and how can people get involved if they're interested?
Yeah, sure. I'm happy to share links. So we have picked 4 organizations, and our goal is to raise $10,000 for each of the organizations. And we're going to keep the links open throughout our hike. So Health Tree for Multiple Myeloma, we have a webpage for them, Multiple Myeloma Research Foundation, International Myeloma Foundation, and Myeloma Canada. Our goal is to raise close to $40,000.
Awesome. I definitely encourage everybody to check out those links. I know you have to be off to the airport soon, so any last minute things you'd like to mention about the trip?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're all very excited to go on it. We're excited to raise money for myeloma research. There's the purpose to our trip. And I think I'm looking forward to bonding with my colleagues and hiking up the Peruvian Andes with an altitude up to 17,000 feet at times. So, we hope to bring more awareness about myeloma, the precursor conditions, and also sort of just, contribute slightly with our effort to raise money for myeloma research.
Awesome. Well, I hope all of you have a wonderful trip. I hope everything goes safely and successfully, and definitely looking forward to hearing all about it when you get back.
Well, thank you for having me. We'll give you, maybe we'll have another session when I'm back.
Definitely.
And we'll unwind about the trip as well. Thank you for
Sounds
having me.